Hey everybody. So here I am in the middle of the forest again, and on the way to a spot that I had picked out, I found this location with this great overhang, and you might still be able to hear the trickling of the creek behind us, or behind you. It's in front of me, and so I thought this would be a great location. So let's get started. So let's find ourselves in a seated position with our legs crossed, nice straight back, and let's close our eyes. Let's start to slow down our breathing. And let's start to take in the sounds that are around us. Let's listen to the water coming over the top of the large rocks, the birds singing, and let's start to set our intention for the day. Maybe think about how peaceful it is. The thoughts that are floating into your head, let's just start to let them whoosh on by and float up like a balloon. Don't try to ignore them. Just acknowledge that they're there and let them go. If you start to get sidetracked, just go back to listening to your breath. As we start this practice, just know that you are taking the time for yourself and be grateful for that. Start to deepen our breath just a little bit, breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. Notice how it cleanses and starts to relax. On our next inhale, with our eyes still closed, let's bring our arms up overhead with a nice large stretch at the top, and exhaling with a sigh of relief. One more time with our eyes closed, let's inhale with our arms up, and exhaling a sigh of relief. Let's open our eyes. Let's just rotate our neck to the left, rolling it around to the front, to the right. Continuing with those nice in through the nose, out through the mouth breaths to cleanse. Acknowledging how these nice slow movements and the deep inhales and exhales relax your body. We tend to not breathe deep enough. Let's get the oxygen in our body. From here, let's slowly rise to our feet and meet at the top of our mats. From here, let's find our hands and our feet relaxed, our feet shoulder width apart, finding our mountain pose, knees slightly bent, tummy tucked in, tush in, nice straight back. We're going to run through some movements. So let's inhale our arms up over our heads. And exhale, heart center. From here, let's inhale, arms over our head, exhaling, forward fold. This is our first forward fold, so let's take it a little easy. You may need to bend your knees. I'm going to go this direction. Just kind of enjoy the stretch. I'm going to move my mat over just a hair. I'm on a rock. There we go. From here, let's place our hands on the mat and let's extend our right leg back, our left leg forward a little bit. Let's bend that right knee, bending the left knee, and let's just lean into that front leg. This is going to start stretching out the front of the right leg. From here, we're going to place our hands back on the mat if they're not already there. We're going to shift that back into a plank position. From our plank, we're going to drop our knees, then we're going to roll our chest to our chin, and we're going to meet in up dog. Now, once you're in up dog, remember to keep everything in the back side of your body nicely engaged, shoulders dropped, chest open. From here, let's curl our toes under, pushing ourselves back to our first down dog. Walk your dog. Now let's take our right leg, bringing it up between our hands, and we're going to find this equestrian pose, dropping that left knee, leaning into the right, stretching out the front of this left leg. You can bring your hands up to your knees if you'd like. You can keep them on the ground. From here, let's place our hands back on the mat. And let's find our way into forward fold. Nice, easy transition. From forward fold, let's inhale, arms up overhead, maybe a little bit of a back bend here. Exhaling to heart center. That's the flow we're going to run through 5 more times. And we're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. So let's arms overhead, finding our back bend. Exhaling, heart center to forward fold. From forward fold, placing our hands on the mat, let's bring our left foot forward, our right foot back, finding our knee to the ground. Let's find our equestrian, stretching out the front of that right leg. From here, place your hands on the mat, finding our way to plank. From plank, knees down, chest, chin, up dog. Curling the toes under, push back to down dog. From down dog, let's bring the right leg forward, finding our equestrian, bent left knee. Hands to the mat, left leg forward to a forward fold. I am on rocks, so I'm having to position myself around the rocks each time. From forward fold, inhale up, finding our back bend. Exhaling, heart center to forward fold. Forward fold, placing hands on the mat. Let's step that right foot back to find our equestrian. Nice stretch. You might start to use your hands here on your knee a little bit to extend your chest upward, to deepen the stretch on that leg. Hands to the mat, transition left leg back to plank. Knees down, chest, chin, roll to up dog. From up dog, curl your toes, pushing back into down dog. From down dog, let's bring the right leg forward. Dropping the left knee, find our equestrian. Maybe push that back a little bit, starting to deepen this stretch right here. Hands to the mat, left leg forward, finding forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Just find our back bend. Exhale, heart center, forward fold. From here, let's drop the right leg back, knee to the ground, finding our equestrian. Stretching that leg. Hands to the mat. Left leg back to plank. Knees down, chest down, chin down, up to up dog. Curling the toes under, push your way back to down dog. Down dog, let's bring the right leg between the front in the hands. Dropping the left knee, let's find our equestrian. You can keep your toes bent if you'd like. It's a little bit more of a balance challenge. In my case, I'm on a hillside, so I'm putting my foot flat, so it kind of helps balance a little bit more. Hands to the mat, left leg forward to forward fold. We have one more here. Inhale, arms up, back bend. Exhale, heart center to forward fold. Forward fold, drop your right leg back. Knee to the ground, equestrian. You should be able to see that you're getting a little bit more stretch each time you do this. Hands to the mat, left leg back to plank. Dropping the knees, chest, chin, up dog. Remembering to drop your shoulders back and opening your chest. Curl your toes. Push back to down dog. From down dog, right leg forward between the hands, dropping the knee, equestrian. As you've noticed, your feet you may not be moving a whole lot, and that's what you want. It's a nice even flow. Hands to the mat, left leg up to meet the right leg, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heart center. Got your breathing going just a little bit, didn't it? From here, we're going to drop into a warrior two. So shift that front leg, toes facing forward. Let's bring our back leg, I'm against a rock here. Bring your back leg back, parallel with your mat, leaning in to that front leg, trusting that front leg, okay? See your toes, don't let you rotate, and let's find our nice warrior two. Let's keep our body as much upright as we possibly can. Let's try not to do this, okay? Let's try to keep it upright. Check to see if you're fairly level with your hands. Check your positioning on your legs. Straight leg here, nice bent leg here. Then gaze over your fingers. Always take time to make your adjustments. Inhale, let's reverse our warrior without moving our legs, just the upper body. From here, we're going to do an extended side angle. So let's come back to warrior two. From warrior two, let's take our right hand to the outside of our bent knee, arm up, and then bring that arm right on over to make a nice straight line. You may need a block here, and if you do, that's fine. Use your block. From here, let's just bring our arm back for balance. Straighten that right leg, and let's just find our triangle pose. Both legs are now straight, but you have not moved your feet. Feet are in the same position. If you want to extend this triangle pose, you can bring that arm right on over to make a nice straight line. From here, let's slowly rise our way up and rotate this right foot the same as the left. From here, let's arms overhead, inhale and exhale, wide angle forward fold. From here, let's slowly bring ourselves back up. Arms up overhead. Relax the arms. Now, we're going to just shift ourselves around. So let's bring our front foot facing back to the front of the mat again. And let's just shift that back foot into a warrior one position. So your back foot is facing the corner of your mat. Your front foot is facing the front. Your hips are turned to face the front. Really big. If you're clear out here and your hips are at an angle, okay, then come in here. Come in a little tighter so that you can get those hips turned. Okay? Once you have your hips set, you should feel your glutes really tighten up to hold your hips in place. Inhale, arms up. From warrior one, we're going to go into a warrior three. So a little balance work here. Keeping your arms overhead if possible. If you need to use a block up here to balance yourself, you can. Let's just slowly push ourselves open to a warrior three. Woo, hard to do on the hillside. From your warrior three, sorry I fell out of that. And if you do, that's fine. Come right back into it. Let's just bring the leg up to meet. You're now facing the front of your mat. Taking that left leg, crossing it around. Turn so you can see. You may be able to wrap that leg all the way around. I cannot on this hill, so it's no big deal. I'm going to come here. Left arm underneath, crossing. Let's go into an eagle. You can squat down a little bit, really pushing those elbows up. You may need to put your toe on the ground to balance, which I'm going to do today since I'm standing uneven. And that's fine. A little bit of balance work there. From here, let's release our hands, release our feet, find our balance, step our left foot up. Let's find right back in to our warrior one. From warrior one, let's find our hands down to the mat. And let's step back to plank. So we got us a nice plank. We're going to start on the right side. We're going to do a side plank. So position your weight over your right arm. And let's just turn and let's get a nice side plank. Let's keep those hips up, arm up in the air. If you can, stick your leg up in the air for an extra balance, then go right ahead and do so. If I do, I'll probably roll down the hill. Keeping the hip up, arm up, remembering to breathe. Okay, let's release that left arm back to the mat, finding plank. From plank, we have our toes already curled, so let's just push ourselves back to our down dog. From our down dog, let's raise that right leg up and let's bring it up between our hands. Now, instead of bending our knee like we did in equestrian, let's keep that knee nice and straight. Let's shift our right hand to the inside of our right leg. Toes kind of 45 degree out. And let's just lean into that. It will kind of drop your knee. Let me see if I can get turned around here. If you're down here, I'm going to be kind of catty-cornered. It'll kind of drop that knee out a little bit, okay? So you're going to be in here, and that's okay. That's what you're wanting. So you've got that out there. We're going into lizard. Keeping that leg straight. Your lizard may be right here. That may be it, because you're going to get a good hamstring tug here. Then again, you might be able to drop on down to your forearms. Keeping the foot flat on the floor. You can rotate that ankle. Let's bring our hands back up into our plank position, dropping our right leg back. We find ourselves in plank again. From here, let's put our weight on our right arm, and we're going to find our way into side plank again. From here, let's rotate ourselves back to plank. We're going to find our way down into up dog. We're going to meet in down dog. So lower yourself. You can lower or chaturanga. Right on into your up dog. Curling your toes under and finding your way back to down dog. I have this nice rock right here I'm working around. From here, let's look up between our hands, step or hop forward, finding our way into forward fold. From our forward fold, we're going to find our salutation again. So let's breathe in, arms up overhead, a little bit of a back bend if you can do it. Exhaling, heart center to forward fold. And forward fold. Placing the hands on the mat, drop that right leg back. Let's find our equestrian. From our equestrian, place your hands on the mat. Left foot back to plank. Knees down, chest, chin, to meet an up dog. Curl toes under. Let's push back to down dog. Bring that right foot between your hands, dropping the left knee. Let's find equestrian. Hands to the mat. Bring your left leg up, finding forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Little back bend if you want it. Exhaling, heart center to forward fold. Let's drop the right leg back, finding equestrian. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Dropping the knees, chest, chin, meet an up dog. From up dog, curl your toes. Push yourself back to down dog. From here, let's bring our right leg up between our hands. Dropping the knee for equestrian. Let's place our hands on the mat. Bringing our left leg up. Finding our forward fold. Arms up overhead. Exhaling to heart center. Now let's take our arms up overhead. Exhaling, finding our forward fold. And let's put our hands to the mat and let's either step or hop back into plank. From plank, let's drop our knees and find cat and cow. Making sure our arms are in line, knees are in line. Let's inhale as we drop our belly, pushing the booty to the sky, looking up. And as we exhale, let's really arch into that. Really open up the shoulders, open up the hips. Kind of move around if you need to. So inhale, cow. Let's run through a few cat and cows. Let's do one more. Really stretching and really breathing. Feel those stomach muscles stretch when you're in cow. Really feel that lower back and dropping that head when you're in cat. Find our way flat. Next thing we're going to do from here is just come up on your knees. We're going to go start with our right knee. We're going to stick our left leg out nice and straight. Shift. You want to keep yourself nice and straight up this way, leg out to the side, toes facing forward. From here, let's right arm over and let's just lean into gate. You're going to feel a nice stretch right through the side. We're going to hold this for just a few breaths. As we inhale this next time, let's come up, exhale, and let's shift legs. If you want to get better balance in yoga, do it on the rocks. Okay, maybe not. It might not be safe. Inhale, arm up, and exhale. Nice stretch. As you breathe, you might find that you can bend a little further. Inhale up, exhale, release. Let's find your way into child's pose. It's nice, long child's pose. Really sit back on the knees, try to put your feet together. I have a rock where mine won't come together. A nice stretch. Try to keep your booty as low to the ground as you can. Stretching those fingertips as far as you can. Maybe rest your head onto your forehead onto the mat. If you cannot go that low, put a block under there. Or if you have bad knees, put a block up underneath your booty. Nice stretch. From here, let's just come up on your knees, trying to keep nice right angle here. We're going to come into puppy pose. I feel like I have a fern right here. So basically, you're just keeping that nice right angle and then stretching yourself out as if you're in child's pose, but with your booty stuck way up in the air. Now, while you're in puppy pose now, let's take this right arm and let's kind of stick it up here in the air. And let's just thread it through underneath your left and just kind of lay down on that shoulder and really stretch the outside of that shoulder. Remembering to breathe. As we inhale, let's slowly bring our arm back through and up into the air and back to the ground. Let's do this with the other side. So let's bring that left arm up and thread it through underneath and roll down onto your shoulder. On our next inhale, let's slowly bring it back through and put our hands to the mat. Let's press back into child's pose. You get a nice extension on these arms. You'll feel a nice stretch right through here. And here, let's just slide back up onto all fours. Let's reset ourselves with a couple of cat and cows. Maybe noticing the difference in the way your body feels. No judgment, just noticing it. Okay, from here, let's just roll, put our legs around, and let's find our way onto our back. I have a pillow. Oh, hey, actually, that's pretty nice. Let's put our feet wide on the mat, and just slowly windshield wiper your legs left and right. Inhaling as you come to the center, exhaling as you drop them. Don't get in a big hurry. Start to slow down here. One more each direction. Starts to give you a nice little spinal twist. Meet in the center. Now what I want you to do, I'm going to situate, is reach up here get your thighs. We are going to do just a little slow ab. And let's just rock ourselves up in boat. Okay? Now your boat may be here. Once again, your boat might be here, I kind of like my boat to be right here. Can you put it all the way up? Yes, if you can do full boat, that's fine. Let's keep that nice straight back, chest open, arms flat, palms facing forward. Our little workout is we're going to row our boat a little bit. So I'm going to face you, downhill, maybe, and let's just row our boat, okay? Let's not get exuberant about rowing our boat. Let's nice, slow paddle across the lake. Remember to breathe. Try to keep that back nice and straight. You're going to feel it start burning in that lower back pretty quick. Keep breathing. You get 10 more. Last one. Woo! Relax your boat. Lean forward and stretch out your back. Then let's lay back. Once again. Well, doesn't that feel good? Maybe spread your feet wide on your mat. Kind of do a little reverse. Let's just kind of tighten up the glutes. Hands flat on the floor, down beside you. And just kind of, really kind of lean. Push that up. It reverses everything you just did. If you have knee problems with this, kind of spreading your knees a little farther apart sometimes helps. especially have like meniscus issues. I find that helps. Slowly release back while your feet are out. Let's windshield wiper a couple more times on each side. Okay, from here, I'm using this rock as my pillow. From here, let's extend our left foot out, bringing our right one into our chest. Okay, and let's just kind of reach up here. This releases any air that you might have built up, any discomfort in the intestines, whatever. This can kind of release that, opens things back up. Remembering to breathe while you're here. Nice deep breaths. Slowly release that. And let's bring the left leg up. Doing the same thing. Really tuck that leg in. Breathing. Couple more nice breaths. Let's slowly release that. Laying flat on our back. Let's bring our right leg up in the air. And let's just, arms out to the side. Just nice, slowly roll to the side. Now, if your leg, of course mine's not going to touch the ground because I'm on a hill. If you need to put your block underneath here to rest your leg, that's fine. Trying to keep all your shoulders all on the ground. Maybe look over your right arm. Nice stretch. Nice deep breaths and exhales. You may want to bend that knee. You may want to keep it straight, whatever. You could even bend this bottom one if you'd like, to kind of deepen that stretch just a little more. If you have the bottom leg bent, let's go back to straight there. Bend that right leg, bringing it up slowly, releasing it down. Shifting the hips over. Let's bring the left leg up in the air and slowly lower it. Twist the other side. Nice deep breaths in and out. Now when I say deep breaths, I mean a nice relaxed deep breath. Don't force the air. If you have your bottom leg bent, let's go ahead and straighten it back out, bending the left leg. Let's bring it around to the floor. Bring your knees up. From here, let's reach up, finding the outsides of your feet, dropping your knees as close to your armpits as you can, keeping your booty and your shoulders on the ground as much as possible, and let's find happy baby. Slowly release that. Keeping our legs bent, let's bring our right leg up and cross it over our left in our figure 4. We're going to do a little reclining pigeon here. Let's reach through, grabbing the back of the left leg, and let's just bring that leg forward toward us and get that nice stretch on the outside of that right leg. Try to keep our shoulders turned down toward the ground, our booty on the ground. If you have trouble with this, if you're just not bendable, you got a little more in between, you can get a towel. You can always hold a towel here and do the same thing, keeping the shoulders down and the booty down. Doesn't matter that you can suck that leg clear in. It only matters that you're getting that nice stretch with a good form. Inhale. As we exhale, let's release the left leg to the ground, release the right, and let's switch on the inhale. Let's reach through the right. This one's very stiff today. And let's pull that toward us. Sometime last week, I kind of stretched this ham just a little too far. Didn't injure it, but it's just enough that it's like, So I can really feel that one on this stretch. Feels good. Remembering to breathe. Slowly release the right leg back to the ground, releasing the left leg. And let's once again reach up and find happy baby. Inhaling. As we exhale, let's release and let's find our way into corpse pose. Let our feet dangle open, hands open facing the sky, showing a sign of submission, that you're giving yourself to nature, you're giving yourself to the ability to be stress-free, you're giving yourself to love and openness. As you lay in submission to nature and life, keep in mind that it's okay to maybe be a little vulnerable at times. It's okay to open yourself up to the love of others. It's okay to open yourself up to nature, which is the love of God. We go through life all the time. We have to be hard and tough and stress. We're all under a bunch of stress. And there are times when you just need to release all of that and say, I want to be filled with the love. I want to be filled with the light. I want to be filled with what nature has to offer me. If you're fortunate enough right now to be outside, maybe open your eyes and look at the leaves above you. Look at the clouds. Watch how they sway. If you're not, then just keep your eyes closed and let's imagine that you're peering above into a canopy of tree leaves. The branches are like big veins through the green that's starting to appear. Different sizes, different textures. The leaves are starting to green. Do you notice that some of them are darker, some of them are lighter? You notice the shapes. Maybe you can hear the dew that was left over from last night, dripping from the higher canopy down to the lower canopy, that you just didn't realize was there before. You notice how some of the leaves move faster than others because of the wind current and the breeze. You notice how some of your older trees are just now starting to leaf out. And how the breeze picks up and your younger, thinner trees start to sway. And you might feel a couple of those drops make its way from the bottom canopy onto your skin. You might notice the sound of the brook, the creek. It's running over the rocks, making its way down to the bigger creek. The birds that are high up in the trees. When we started our practice, you might have heard the birds that were down low. Now they've moved up and gone about their day. The sun, as it tries to peek through the canopy and the trees, and when it hits your body, it's a nice warm spot. And as you lay there in your nice and calm and you're looking at your tree leaves above you, you can actually see those water drops start to come through the trees. You can hear a hoot owl off in the distance. As you gaze through your trees, you see a large bird, an eagle, way overhead. And you just catch glimpses of him as he peeks through the open areas, as he soars gracefully and effortlessly high above. You feel the nurturing and the rejuvenation from the earth below you as your body connects and relaxes into it. Off in the distance you hear what must be a deer making its way through the woods. You take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And you realize that you're in the perfect moment. Doesn't get much better. You're alone with nature. You're relaxed. You're stress-free. Let's just take another moment to listen to the sounds around us. Let's bring ourselves back to our intention that we set for the day. And try to carry that with us. Let's start to wiggle our fingers and our toes as we bring ourselves back to the beautiful nature that we were observing. Maybe roll over on our side. Take a moment to curl up into a fetal position and hug ourselves. As we slowly make our way up into a seated position, let's bring our hands to heart center. Eyes closed, nice tall spine. So we take a nice deep breath in and exhale. My hands are at heart center. I go with you and hopefully help guide you to learn to appreciate the nature that we have around us. Because no matter what's going on in our hectic lives, in our families, we can always step back and appreciate what was put on this earth for us to appreciate. So take advantage of that. Don't let a day go by that you don't get out. Look around at the trees, the flowers. Take your kids, your grandkids, your significant other, your dog, and enjoy the nature that feeds our soul and makes us feel alive again. Go with the peace, the love, and the acknowledgement that you are very worthy of this, and it was put here for you. Thank you for allowing me into your homes, into your life, into your heart. Namaste.